Seeing into the future. A paranormal experience. All scholars of paranormal facts know that ESP is not limited by distance. A considerable amount of research has shown that it can travel through 2 rooms as easily as it can travel half the circumference of the globe. Even more amazing is ESP's power to transcend the very structure of time. Research conducted at Mundelein College in Chicago in 1978 proves this mysterious fact beyond doubt. The researcher in charge of the program was John Bisaha, who has long been interested in remote viewing, whereby a subject tries to see what is happening in places many miles away. The experimental procedure is very simple. The subject simply sits with an observer, while a target person, called an external subject, travels to a location nearby or even miles away from the experiment site. The test subject is then asked to make contact with or visualize the target attendant and describe the location. Bisaha used this practice, but added an important modification. He asked them to describe the place where the outside subject would go the next day. For the most important part of his tightly controlled experiments, Bisaha, who was leaving for Central Europe, suggested that the subject describe his future European stops. For 5 consecutive days, Brenda Dunn, in Chicago, tried to see where Bisaha would go 24 hours later. At no time were the 2 participants in contact with each other during the experiment. The results were certainly remarkable. When the tour took Bisaha to a circular restaurant built on pylons on the Danube, Brenda Dunn had already seen it. By the water, a huge expanse of water. She also saw vertical lines like poles, a circular shape like that of a merry-go-round. On other days, too, the woman provided details that perfectly matched what, as she went along, the researcher experienced. When Bisaha returned to the United States, he took the recordings of the 5 sessions and handed them over to an independent judge, who was also provided with photographs of the target cities. His task was to match each of the reports provided by Dunn to the correct photograph, and he had no difficulty in doing so.